What if you were in a game and you're not knowing you're playing this game makes you an abject loser without your knowing it? Although other players in the game know you're a loser. And in order for you to win this game, it doesn't take very much, but it does take that you know you are playing the game. And in this game, there are cheat codes. In some games, as you know, actually in most games, there are inherently built-in cheat codes which someone who is the wiser can use to be able to go through the game much easier and much further. In fact, in quantum leaps, in higher levels or faster acquisitions, faster levels, getting things they want faster, easier, at a quantum level. Life is a game. Don't make a mistake of imagining life is not a game. Life is a game you're playing, and you can play it better when you know some shortcuts, and when you know some hacks, and when you know some cheat codes to life. And how you get these cheat codes and build your confidence is by learning it through either experience, which takes years and years and years and years, or much better, synthetic experience, synthetic perspective, the perspective of other people. That's essentially how we humans have become the way we are, have evolved the technology the way we have, is because of this. It's because we have the ability through communication to acquire synthetic perspective. Even though Einstein's not alive today, we're able to take the knowledge that he had and apply it into the many things that we endeavor in our technology today. You get better in life when you know you're playing the game of life. And in order for you to win, there is a win-lose scenario in life. I'm going to show you how not to lose. And I'm going to show you the path in order for you to win. Are you ready for this? Now you're going to say, how do you know that? How do you know how to win? You're not that old. Well, you see a lot of people who are old, who are abject losers. You also see a lot of people who have a lot of money, who are abject losers. You could be this guy named Robin Williams, who is the top of his game, most loved, one of the most loved people in the world, has all the money in the world. A lot of people, millions of people love him, and yet commits suicide. Now, for you to be able to commit suicide, you must be in tremendous misery. And for you to be able to commit suicide, you would have to be in tremendous misery and have no escape from it, or feel you have no escape from it. An abject loser of the game of life. And so, there are a lot of people who teach a lot of things about how to be better in life. Life coaches, strategists, relationship coaches. And so, you learn the cheat codes by discovering them from the perspective of others. So let me share with you what I've discovered over the 14 plus years in my coaching and consulting and being in the dating, relationships and adult realm. The first cheat code, the first way to win the game of life, you got to have these three things. When you have these three things, you'll realize you're winning the game of life. And I'll show you how, what a loser looks like of the game of life. The first thing you have to do is you get to a place where your confidence and your self-esteem are level. Let me put that in a different way. Your confidence your self-confidence must become the same level as your self-esteem. And you get to a fantastic place called self-satisfaction. You're satisfied with yourself. And how you get there is to balance your self-confidence and your self-esteem. How do you get there? Your self-confidence, confidence is what you know you can do. You get it? You cannot be confident at riding a bike if you've never ridden a bike, even if you've read all the books in the world of riding bikes. You can read all the book you want on tightrope walking, but you're not gonna, on your first try, you're not gonna walk on a tightrope 80 stories high in a building. You're gonna do it 1 foot off the ground. You cannot have confidence at anything without knowing where you lie, where your confidence actually lies. And so how do you get confidence? What people mistake as confidence is actually estimation. And that's what self-esteem is. Self-estimation. What you estimate of yourself. So in the bike example, some people, they have bravado or braggadocio. And they pretend that their estimation is actually their confidence. So although they've never ridden a bike, but they've read all the books and riding bikes, they feel good. The first time they hop on a bike, they fall. And then they get embarrassed because their confidence wasn't actually where it was. Or they didn't demonstrate what it was, their bravado. What it actually is your self-esteem, what you estimate you can do. And so what you do is you estimate, after all, reading all the books in bike riding, you estimate you could probably pedal at least 5 feet. And so you try, and then you pedal actually 7 feet. Like you said, wow, I underestimated myself. And now you know where your confidence lies. You are now confident that you can bike 6 feet. And then you continue on trying. And then you continue on and continue on. And at some point, you'll be able to ride a bike endlessly. That's how you develop self-confidence. Through experience, through doing. There is no confidence without doing. Estimation is what you estimate of yourself. So you balance what you estimate of yourself. You estimate more about yourself than you're confident, than what you know you can do. You're going to find out where your confidence lies later on and then disappoint yourself. Be disappointed. It's a road for disappointment. If you estimate yourself aggrandized, way more than you know you could probably do. If you estimate of yourself less than what you've already demonstrated to yourself, then there's some things you have to examine about yourself that's preventing you from getting to the point where why do I feel I estimate less than I already know I can do? I already know I can sing really, really well. All of my friends told me, and I've tested it, and other people have told me, why do I have the fear of going on stage and singing? The second thing I want you to get to win the game of life is, I'm going to show you how to be a loser and how not to be a loser. Second thing you need to do is you want to be accomplished. How do you become accomplished? You have to realize that where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Where you are right now is the product of the decisions you've made all throughout your life. Throughout the day, you make about thousands of decisions. Some of them you don't pay attention to, like the automatic decisions you make. You just go straight for the cupboard and straight for the food that you habitually get. They're decisions nonetheless. And you are the culmination of the decisions you've made throughout your life. And you can change where you are right now by changing the decisions you make. And self-satisfaction is you're being satisfied that where you are right now is sublimely enough. And as you continue on developing success through a succession of successive successes, meaning every attempt you make results in a success. That's what a success is. It's a succession. It's something that comes after something, like a successor to a throne. Whether or not it's a positive or negative result, it's a success. As long as you continue doing that, being self-satisfied, appreciating who you are right now, sublimely as being enough, you will be at a state called self-accomplishment, meaning you feel anywhere you are, at any stage of your life, you are accomplished. You don't need anything more. You don't need to prove anything more to anybody. What does a loser look like? A loser needs to prove there's somebody else to everybody. They always have to prove there's somebody to someone else. Someone's opinion of themselves is more important to them than their opinion of themselves. This is a tragic bit, this is why a lot of people commit suicide. The third thing I want you to do to win the game of life, and there are three things, three cheat codes. The three things is happiness. And recognizing that happiness is a choice. Happiness, just like misery, is a choice. You know a lot of people who are miserable for no reason at all. For no reason other than they're choosing to and deciding to every single time. And just in the same token, you can be happy right now. In fact, you can't actually pretend to be happy. When you pretend to be happy and you feel that feeling of happiness, you're happy. You made the decision, the transition. You cannot set a goal to become happy. I want to someday become happy. That's impossible. You will never reach that goal. In actuality, you can say, I can choose to be happy right now. And when you have the combination of someone who is self-satisfied, self-accomplished, and happy, you have somebody who is winning the game of life. And how you can check that, how you know you're not losing the game of life, is if you were to die right now, will you die pensive and unhappy and dissatisfied? Or will you die happy, satisfied? You've lived your life. You're accomplished. You've chosen to be happy. That's how you know you're winning the game of life. How do you know you're losing? Is if you are aggrandizing your estimation, you're in constant misery because what you're doing right now is a lot less than what you expect you can do. Now you can set high goals, but not high aggrandized estimation. And someone who is a loser is also someone who is always trying to prove something to someone. Other people's opinion of them is more important to them. And they are always choosing to be miserable, to be cynical. That's how you become a loser. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Click the like and click the heart. And share this video with other people and subscribe to my channel. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.